Hey guys, it's John with an H here, and today we're going to be working on modding in Hearts of Iron 4 using national focus trees this time instead of decisions. So the first thing that you need is a generic focus English localization file, of course, in order to be able to name your items or name your national focus trees and give them a description while within the game. So let's have a look at what we need to add in the common. So the first thing we need is ideals, of course, but we already have that, so that's fine. So let's do a new folder, and we're going to call this national underscore focuses, or focus. Then we're going to go ahead and open that national focus up and put we're going to do this for as if it was a generic tree. So we're going to go ahead and put generic. Open that up in TextPad. And then we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So this is my generic focus tree. So we're going to go ahead and kind of work off of this here. The reason why I'm doing it this way this time is because the focus tree does take a lot of work. It's a lot of copying and pasting essentially once you get the basic structure set up. So the first thing you need it to have is focus underscore tree to call the focus tree command. And then what we're going to do is the ID is going to equal generic underscore focus. And then we're going to do a country of equals factor 1. I could just copy it over, but I'm being lazy. Or not really lazy, I'm being hard-headed. So we'll go ahead and copy over most of the pieces that we need. So we do need to put in the generic or the focus tree endpoint. Let's back this up a bit. Okay, so that about completes it. At that point, that's the generic tree setup at that point. So now we start putting in our focuses. So as you can see on the other screen, we have the ID extra text research slot or the extra text slot. So we can put that in, and then we can put that as 0 and 0. And then cost, we could do. So what the cost is how many days it takes to research this item. For every one cost, that is 7 days. So for a cost of 10, that would be 70 days. If you were to put a cost of 1, for example, it would only cost 7 days to research that. So now let's go ahead and test it out. So this icon, it will just give us like the research slot icon. And then the prereq, though, we're going to have to get rid of this. What the prerequisite is, let's say you have your research slot at the end of a tree. So like let's say you have it at the very end of the political tree or the political national focuses. And then, you go down one of the political focuses to complete the political focus. And then it will connect up to the research slot on the very last item. So you could do the prereq. Let's say you had why we fight. So if you take a look at the generic focus tree, you have the option why we fight if you go down the democratic tree. And then you could put the research slot right underneath that, or the extra text slot underneath that. And then whenever you research that text slot, it will or whenever you research the why we fight national focus, it will unlock the text slot for you to research. If you didn't want to have a prereq and you just wanted it to be off on its own to the right somewhere, you could do no prereqs, and then you could take that focus at any time. So in theory, this should be working. So let's go ahead and well, no, we do need to edit something real quick. Which one? Okay. So we need to go over to the localization file and add some localization for it. Okay. So we know this is going to be extra text slot. So we're, oh well, wrong localization. There we go. So what we're going to do is enter text slot 0, and then enter text slot 0, but we're going to do a description. And then do your parentheses as always. And then just put in extra text slot. And then here will it say educate the military, or educate the scientists. Okay, so that should work. Let's save that. Just save all. Minimize this and let's start up the game. Been a while since I've been on Steam, so we'll have to go through that update. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so yeah, I was playing a game not too long ago. Now, if this works right, it should have the national focus tree, or it should have the research slot on the very top left corner. And there we go. So we could research that. Now, if you didn't want it to cut over the banner in here, you could always move it over by mixing with the X and Y axes. So if we go back and then we take a look at this. So X is how it moves it from right to left, and then Y is down and up. So in this case, we could have done 2X, 1Y, and it would have moved it somewhere around this area. But you can see it definitely you can take the focus, it would work. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and add some more text and coding in there, and then I'm gonna explain the coding, pull up the game and show what it does. And then if you have any questions, you can always comment on the video at that point, but we'll go ahead and finish that up at the end of the video. So I shall be back in just a moment. Hey guys, we're back and we've added some additional national focuses that you can take, including an annexed country if you're in Mongolia and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and hop right back into the game. Then we're going to go as Mongolia. So if you take a look at the national focus trees now, you see I forgot to connect these two, but that's fine. This did cut over into continuous focuses, so I don't recommend having it this long. But you could always like put some here and make it look normal. So let's go ahead and annex Xinjiang. We're gonna go ahead and let it play. And now Mongolia owns Xinjiang. So you could always do national focuses to annex different countries, and then whenever you choose the national focus, you can make an event stating that you want to annex, or Mongolia is going to annex them. And then at the end of the event, you can say that the merge was completed successfully. The way that I set it up is you also get their troops, so if you were to annex them, you also get their military power. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and back out of the game and see how that works. So these are just normal boosts for like research and army experience and whatnot. So if you go down to the very last window and annex sync, What I did was completion reward Mon, which is Mongolia, annex country, target, and then sync. If they exist, it will go ahead and annex them and then transfer troops, so you get their military power as well. So that's pretty cool. But yep, that's about it on national focuses. It's just a lot of copy and pasting essentially. But you can do a lot of you can do a lot of stuff with the national focuses, so it's pretty cool. If you want to see more videos on national focus modding and you want more clarification or more options on how to do stuff like this, be sure to leave a comment and always subscribe. It it makes me feel like making more videos whenever I know that I am connecting with like-minded people who want to learn how to mod on Hearts of Iron 4. And if you do have additional questions, and you can always comment for help, but you can always join our Discord, Omega Don Gaming. I'll put the link for the Discord in the video, and there is a modding portion in that Discord that if you message or you comment it, or if you put a message in that Discord channel, I will try my best to reply back as soon as possible. Well, as always, thanks for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.